Sup friends, welcome to another Hearthstone video, and this time it's a Hunter arena, with a Highlander deck. If you don't know what a Highlander deck means, it means that it has no duplicate cards to activate effects like both Reno Jackson cards, Zephyrs and Brann for example. This deck only has a Brann for that purpose, and honestly avoid doing Highlander decks in arena, unless your current draft allows you to do that with no problem. Aggressive decks almost always want duplicates. Hunter usually does well against Warlock, because Warlock already loses a ton of health from hero power and other cards, and Hunter's hero power does even more damage. That's one of the reasons why Hunter is so good. Also kinda applies for Rogue, since they take tons of damage from dagger. Jeweled Macaw and Desert Spear on the starting hand is cool. Baited Arrow destroys a lot of stinky ass too, but it's not a cheap card. I know that Primordial Drake isn't the best card for a Hunter deck, only did it for Highlander purposes, but it saved my precious butthole just like Jesus Christ in some previous battles. Freaking annoying early game fat taunt. These are nuts early game, especially versus aggro. That taunt forced me to let my demon die, but at least they didn't play any card, and now you will see why Desert Spear is Jesus. I thought that the card was a bad 3-mana weapon when it was released, but this arena run taught me that it can wreck things.
Out of my jungle! I wonder.
Come on, it's a 1 attack taunt, it's fine. I hate to pull Finley when using Hunter, because that card is so freaking amazing, but usually you don't want to give up your face smacking hero power. It would be really fun if I managed to pull the other Finley though, since this is a Highlander deck.
These nuts!
I wonder.
It's funny how they managed to get Finley as well, but in this case, the hero power was changed to counter mine, instead of losing even more health. but warrior's hero power is usually junk in arena. The main purpose is to try to defend a bit better against aggro decks like mine. But this was the ideal opportunity for baited arrows, so honestly, it's really favorable.
Crap!
No, don't. It's still good.
I take! Easy there.
You guys know about Dragonmaw Scorcher. That card is one of the most picked in arena and it's great as absolute hell, but this is even better than Scorcher. It's the original one, and it kicked my ass right here.
Awaken.
These nuts!
Flee. What we do.
Prove your
Taskmaster is trash lol. Please don't pick her.
Flee.
Remember when I said that Drake is usually a stupid pick on Hunter, but that it saved me in some battles? Well, it did stuff here. And that's the first victory.
My side. Well, you win this time.
Please don't draft Druid in this current meta. I'm a Druid fan in general, but let's face it, this current arena rotation isn't good for that class. Sure, he still has basic and classic token buffs and other cards, a few premiums from these sets, like Oasis Surger and Bees, but the class is unreliable. Avoid it please. Flanking Strike is a card you usually keep in your starting hand due to how insane it is. Flanking Strike is like an upgraded Fire Plume Phoenix, and Phoenix is already insane. Keeping Beaming Sidekick wasn't probably the smartest move. Sick New won't usually play her turn 1, and is better when you have some spare mana, especially in fast Zuish decks. Being forced to use turn 2 hero power is a bad thing as Hunter. However, some classes can't deal with it. Rogue is the best one for that matter. As I said in the previous battle, Desert Spear is Jesus, and this is a good example of Spear saving some cheesy butt.
I see your weakness.
That's why keeping flanking strike can be so neat. Mad value right here. Sadly, only had to pick one flanking strike due to this being a Highlander deck.
To my side.
Even after the nerf, Hunter's Mark is worth picking. It's good to have at least one of them, and or Deadly Shot, but I find Deadly Shot a bit unreliable sometimes, because if there are minions behind a fat taunt, you can't remove the fat taunt right away. Mandatory Dragon Maw Scorcher.
I got you, friend.
Awaken. Well played. Well played.
That's how satisfying and effective it is to spam a bunch of minions and go face while using Hunter.
It's going to be okay.
Rexar versus Uther. I will fight with honor. Let the hunt begin.
Spear is useful. Sidekick on Gastro can get you a strong advantage, but Hounds is a card you don't keep.
You friend.
Here, as I said, buffing Gastro's HP against low attack minions in the early game is a true show. Not to mention I have Desert Spear. Spear is particularly helpful against reborn minions. Reborn minions are everywhere, like every damn where in Arena, and Spear is one of the best counters for them. Your typical weapon won't do that.
It's going to be okay.
Your presence offends.
LOLXD. Ancestral Guardian is an annoying ass fucker against Hunter, but glad my opponent played him right when they were at 29. And once again, Desert Spear saves.
It's going to be okay.
Your presence offends me. Job done.
Onward to adventure!
So, my opponent also has a Highlander deck, and Finley is even scarier because dude, if you pull that effect early game, especially turn 2 or coin turn 1, it's like using a Baku deck in Arena, and it gives you an unfair advantage over your enemy. Rogue hero power would be more threatening, but I mean, 2 armor and 2 attack as an arena hero power is impressive as hell, and it killed Jesus Snail.
I hunt alone.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Let me think.
Bingo!
Hunter pack does also give a lot of value on a class that doesn't really have reliable draw. It gives you more cards than Arcane Intellect for the same cost, and also 3 distinct roles, so it's a good pick.
Let me think.
Don't blink! You might miss it!
you call that a weapon?
Look what I found!
Well played. I must move quickly. Let me think.
And now, the final battle, the one that will give me the cheesy and tasty 12-0.
Rexar versus Gul'dan. Your soul shall be mine. Let the hunt begin.
Fine hand. Hydra is good early game, because it can eat up to 3 minions at once, and if you are hitting a weaker minion, when the adjacent ones would kill you, you're milking a lot of value.
Buying or selling.
Now, I had enough mana for Bone Wraith, and that card is such a freaking good 4-drop, but I used Animal Companion instead in hopes of pulling Huffer and chasing that face immediately. Yeah, had to take drastic measures here. Diseased Vulture is overpowered, like seriously, that minion already has fine stats for 4 mana. It summons a free cost minion every time you lose HP during your turn. Hero power is enough to summon a 3 mana minion, and if you use other cards like Flame Imp, Kobold Librarian and Neferiseth Thrasher, you are pulling a goddamn huge mana cheat. It's dirty.
Wanna blow something up?
Oh, thank God.
I've got more left in me.
Had to use my gastro already, but baited arrow did its job. Baited arrow is more situational than flanking strike and phoenix, but it does give a bigger advantage if you pull it on situations like this one.
Another soul to consume.
Hey, I got you, friend.
Candle.
It's going to be okay.
Limb by limb.
It's going to be okay.
Buying or selling. Ancient curse. Tazdingo! Yes!
Hunter's pack is what saved my balls right here. Hand refill and the bow was useful here.
Already attacked. Extraordinary.
That's how I won the last match. Good game, great arena run. It was the second time I finished an arena run with 12-0, but I've played a lot of arena runs with 12 wins already. It is always satisfying as hell and the rewards are tasty. If you keep trying and trying, one day you will get the 12 win run you've always desired, probably even more than one. So, that's it. Folks, like and subscribe if you've enjoyed. Don't use drugs. Support LGBTQ+ rights. Suggestions for the channel are always welcome.